Hey, I'm Spencer with EnergeticCity.ca, and this is the Community Roundup, which is sponsored by Brad's Furniture and Appliances. And right now I'm at Peace Gallery North, and I'm here with Ken Lane for a glimpse of comfort and care. So you're part of Flying Colors.
Yeah.
And this is your painting that you have put into the show, which is kind of gorgeous. It is. It's gorgeous. So can you tell me a little bit about the show and then why you chose to submit this piece for it?
I think the show is just about the uncertainty that we've all sort of lived through the last couple of years, and all the craziness and stress and anxiety. And, so we're kind of trying to find a way to sort of, represent that and maybe the journey through it. Mm-hmm. And for me personally, this is kind of what reminds me that, it's okay. The things go on. Things like a beautiful sunset hopefully will remind people that, life goes on, and, we've been through a lot in the past. And you appreciate the simple things that are timeless.
For sure. So for this piece, for me, I kind of look at it and I think about when you wake up like stupid early on a winter morning and then you're sitting there with your coffee and you don't really want to start the day. That's what this piece reminds me of, which is...
Yeah, it's definitely a winter morning.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
So, for you, this kind of instills a sense of peace and comfort. Can you tell me a little bit about why that is?
Just a connection with nature. Like the natural world endures no matter what us crazy humans get up to. And the natural world will hopefully endure and carry on. And it's a reminder to just stay grounded and just keep things in perspective. There's much bigger things than, it's definitely an ordeal what we've been through.
Oh, hasn't it?
But the universe is a pretty big place, and nature will carry on, and it'll always be there.
Absolutely. You've done quite a few pieces. Is this, will you continue on with Flying Colors, and do you have more?
Absolutely, yeah. No, this is, painting is my happy place.
That's good to have one, because a lot of folks didn't at the beginning of this pandemic, and I think that's why you're seeing a lot of which I think is probably
exactly. I tell people at work all the time, find something that you love and do it lots.
Perfect. Is there anything else you want to add about your piece today, Ken?
No, I think that's kind of wraps. So this is pretty indicative of the kind of work I like to do. Like the Peace River is a beautiful place, and it's very inspiring. And there's limitless things to get captivated by.
For sure. So you're normally kind of painting landscapes and stuff like that.
Wildlife and landscapes, and that's
excellent. Well, I look forward to seeing more of your work. Hopefully, I'll see it around here. If not, I'll search for it. I'll find it. Thank you so much, Ken.
Right, thank you.
So we're going to move on to Lorna. You've selected your piece there.
I did.
All right, we're going to move this way.
Again.
Let's close up here. So it's the cat. All right. Get closer to this cat.
So, you want me to click it on me?
Yes, please. There you go.
That's good.
All right, so if you want to kind of get in the camera here, I know it's a little difficult. I know. Lorna,
yes.
You painted this piece for the Flying Colors exhibit of comfort and care. I have an inkling about why you did it, because, pets have been a saving grace throughout this entire time period. But can you tell me a little bit about this painting and why you chose to submit it for comfort and care?
Well, this fella, he actually found us. We live north of town, like in Montney, and we live on a farm. And one day, we were out in the yard, and here's this poor guy. He's all skinny and cold. It's -25, and he's like, and he just leapt on us, like literally, and just found us and claimed us, and he has just been so wonderful. Like, we could not find his owner, so of course we had to keep him.
Oh yes, I'm sure you're torn up top about that one.
Totally, yeah. And so, I feel like I still don't give him total justice, because he's just so lovey. He's just the most coolest cat.
How long have you had him?
Just a year. Like, he came to us a year and a couple months, I guess.
Okay. What did you name him?
His name's Fievel. Fievel goes west, right? He came, we think, from,
So with this piece here, you're kind of trying to encapsulate finding comfort in your animals.
Yes. Right. Yeah. Without them, I think, I would have been totally.
Oh, I'd be significantly more mentally ill if I didn't have a dog, I'm going to be honest.
Absolutely. We also have a mom cat. Like, when he came to us, we had a mom cat with little babies.
Yeah.
So, we didn't even know how we were going to juggle all of this. And so now we have 4 cats. We had none, and now we have 4.
Do you normally kind of like honor your pets by painting them, or is this is his first? Like this is his debut?
This is his debut for sure.
All right.
Yeah. I'm more of a print artist and printmaker, and I do lots of different mediums, and I do lots of different things from portraits and abstracts to lino cuts and all sorts of things. So.
All right. Well, this is a great piece. You do have another one. I believe it's the house over there.
The elevator. It's a grain elevator, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
And it's a very old one, but it just brings me much comfort.
Do you want to walk over there? You
Sure.
can kind of showcase it.
Sure.
All right. We already did one walk. We might as well just
We might as well
mosey
just
on
keep
over
walking.
here. Yeah. Just get our steps
Walking
in for
is
the day.
good because definitely I did lots of that too. I have
Yes,
to tell you.
absolutely.
Like on this side is fine.
Yeah, this is good.
Okay.
So this is the grain elevator that we're talking about. I do
Yes.
like the contrast between the two different reds there.
Thank you.
I enjoy it. So the grain elevator, can you tell me why it instills a feeling of comfort or care?
I really think that the farming and the times of that are very comforting because they're a hardworking, simpler time. Especially this is long gone. It doesn't exist. It's not in use anymore. So it just feels comfortable because there were better times before.
It's like a memory.
Yeah, and I always seem to be drawn to stuff like that. So.
Right. And you're saying you don't usually do acrylic on like paper. You're more of a print.
Like lino cut and press and
Okay.
yeah.
So what
I like it all.
Yeah, well, for sure. Was there a feeling of comfort using that medium as well, or?
Yes, actually. Yeah, like I think when I think of things, this is where my decision making as an artist comes. When I see something that I think, oh, I absolutely have to do that, I make a decision. How am I going to express in what medium, as well as how am I going to express what I'm feeling with that. So when I thought of this, it was like acrylic, right? So.
Well, you're a very prolific artist here in the Peace region. That's a good thing. So I look forward to seeing more of your work. And
thank you
so much for chatting with me today.
Well, thank you.
We're gonna go find Jacqueline.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk a little bit more about this this art show as a whole. And she's directing us this way.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, so we're joined with gallery coordinator Jacqueline. I'm going to put the stand down before I keep talking. So Jacqueline, can you tell me a little bit about kind of the art show as a whole, the reception by the community? How's it been?
Yeah, so the art show, I believe it's 18 different artists from the Flying Colors Artists Association who have put different pieces in. So you're going to see a lot of mixed media. There's some carving, some felted sculptures, and then of course you have your watercolor, your acrylic on canvas.
Yes.
And then because I think that with everything that's been going on with COVID for the last 2 years, it's been something that no matter how we individually or collectively are processing it, it's very much a real experience that we've all been through, and there's a commonality to that. And so I think there was something about this show that was almost kind of cathartic, and it opened on the same day that they released the mask mandate. So I thought that was an interesting alignment.
That is interesting.
Yeah, so I think that there's this feeling of, we have to ride the waves in life, but I feel like collectively there's this feeling of wanting to partake in community and art and culture again to the way that maybe we were a little bit before this all happened.
Yeah.
So I feel that this show maybe could be a little triggering for some of the stuff that we've been through, but that being said, there's something nice about letting it be a conversation and letting ourselves kind of move out of that space.
What I like about this show, and because I haven't watched through all of it yet, but you see pieces like this one where it's, I mean, that's probably mixed media in a definition. You've got some glass there, you've got rocks. I don't know if everyone can see this one. But what's interesting is I don't know if necessarily it would be like, where it's so many different interpretations of the same event. And that's what I like about it, because really, to me, that's what this whole pandemic has been. I mean, I've learned a lot. It's been an interesting 2 years. I'm sure everybody else has.
Yeah.
But it's all this shared experience, and it's so many different interpretations, and then finding things that bring you comfort as well. So I think that a lot of folks in the piece would really enjoy this show.
Yes, I agree.
For sure. So how long is this show going on for? How much longer can Peace residents come check it out?
So it goes on until next Saturday. and I believe that is April 2nd, if I'm not mistaken.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I'm not a calendar, so
Why not?
you know what? It is now. So, and then after that, you have another exciting show that I kind of got the honor to talk to the next artist. Can you tell me a little bit about Confluence? That's going to be opening on April 8th, I believe.
Yes, I
It's my
believe
mom's
so
birthday.
also. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You should bring her down for the opening.
She's not here, but
Oh, okay, never mind.
I'll send her a picture. It'll be great.
Yes. So that's with Frances Obi, and she's doing pastel on panel, acrylic on canvas, and her pieces were inspired by a trip up to Northwest BC.
That's where I'm from.
Nice. Okay.
I'm already connected to the show. I've seen 2 pieces in it, and I'm invested.
Yes. Yeah. So are you from that area right where the lake is?
I'm from Terrace, BC, so I don't know.
Okay.
Atlan Lake is kind of, I think, further north, but
Yes. Yeah, so she's saying how Atlan Lake is literally a confluence where all these different waterways and landforms meet each other. And then she takes that and she goes into a more of an abstract meaning where she's talking about the interconnectedness of everything in life and how that this landscape, and she also calls it a waterscape, is very reflective of how deeply connected we are and how we are a part of nature and we're connected to it intrinsically, even though sometimes in modern life we forget that.
yeah, well, it's interesting because that's what Ken Lane was kind of trying to do with his piece in this show. So it'll be interesting. I'd love for them to kind of get together at some point and do a show because that'd be just fantastic. But it's interesting how many pieces of art that you find not only in this region but in other regions as well that kind of share that meaning, and yet we still forget it.
Absolutely.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to add today?
Oh, not that I can think of. No,
Perfect.
thank you.
Well, this has been the Community Roundup, which is sponsored by Brad's Furniture and Appliances. I've been Spencer for EnergeticCity.ca. This has been Jacqueline for Peace Gallery North. We'll be connecting with her later, I think later in the next month.
Yes.
Cool. Well, this has been the Community Roundup. Thank you so much for sticking with us and checking out these great pieces of art. If you're interested in checking out more local art, swing by Peace Gallery North. They're open, I believe, 11 to 5, Tuesday to Saturday.
Yes, that's right.
And then you get to see Jacqueline, and she's always a good time. So art, Jacqueline, you can't lose. Thank you so much for watching.